Why I love and why I hate Fujifilm. I want to share with you what I find good in Fujifilm cameras and Fujifilm lenses, but also what I find bad in these cameras and what improvements I would want to see in the Fujifilm system. So let's talk about this now. Hi there, Tudor Matescu here. Recently I was thinking why I am not still okay with the Fujifilm system. Why I'm going to a Micro Four Thirds camera recently, why I'm going to Nikon ZF, and why I'm not staying with Fujifilm. So there are some things that are bothering me, and it seems that Fujifilm is keep doing those things. Let's start first with this camera, Fujifilm X-T3. In hand, again, amazing, great little camera. So a great camera, really a great camera, but it has an age. So X-T5, why they didn't build X-T5 like X-T3? Why have those plastic feeling on X-T5? Why X-T5 it is shorter and smaller and heavier than X-T3? So having that weight not okay balanced. But with the latest improvements regarding AF, image quality, color, and so on, and also IAF. So I love the ergonomics and the build quality of X-T3, but I don't have the latest firmware like IAF, like white balance that it's saved in the recipes. Yes, on X-T5 I have that, but also I have other settings that are saved in the recipe that is killing how X-Pro3 was working. And also X100V and other cameras from that generation. By the way, if you want to make better photos, you must know that it's not about the gear, it's about composition, it's about light, it's about seeing with your eyes and pre-visualizing the picture. So for this, I've recently launched a course with my techniques to get better pictures. So if you want to learn to make better pictures and especially composition, why not join my Photography Academy? To get access to my course, you must be subscribed to my channel and join my membership Photography Academy level. When you'll have that level, you'll have access to my street photography composition course, where I show you how I am making the pictures and where I teach you how to make the same picture. So I'm telling you why a picture is good and why it's working and why I've decided to keep it in color or to keep it in black. So you learn lots of tips and techniques if you are joining the membership program. And more than that, joining my membership, it means that any premium course that I will launch, you'll have access to it. So join now my TM Photography Academy by subscribing to my channel and hit the join button from YouTube. So now let's go to X-Pro3. How I've said, this is one of my best beloved cameras, but also Fujifilm wasn't able to do a screen with a ribbon that it will not broke. So again, a camera that I love, but they've missed with the screen, and so on and so on. And let's say I can find the camera that I like in the Fujifilm system, and especially that camera, it is, yes, Fujifilm X-T3, because I have all that I need on this camera. I have okay-ish AF, I have a tilt screen and a vertical tilt screen, I have great ergonomics, great build quality, and I'm really liking how the sensor is rendering. But what I'm still missing on X-T3 and on other Fujifilm bodies and also on X-Pro3, well, I'm missing good small lenses made by Fujifilm. Or I would be okay with third-party lenses, but I want meta lenses and I want lenses with an aperture ring. So unfortunately, the latest lenses that were launched by third-party manufacturers aren't metal and they don't have an aperture ring. And Fujifilm, yes, they've released a new lens, the XF 23mm f2.8 lens, and I want to discuss about that lens. So big joy that we have a new lens on Fujifilm system, a much needed lens in a way. 23mm f2.8. Okay, it's resolving the 40 megapixel sensor, it is looking great, but you are able to see how that lens was focusing. You are able to see how that lens was squeaking. It was squeaking and it was focusing under, I would say, 27mm f2.8. So more squeaking, more bad focus I was able to see. Anyway, even if it's at the level of 27mm f2.8 Fujifilm lens, it's unacceptable. In our present days, I feel that it's unacceptable. I don't want to show you all my lenses from all my systems, but I assure you that we have small lenses on all the other systems that aren't squeaking and hunting like Fujifilm lenses. This small micro four thirds lens, 17 f1.8 lens, it doesn't hunt, it doesn't make sounds and so on. Also 40mm f2.5 Lumix lens and all the micro four thirds lenses that I've used in my life, no one squeaked like the Fujifilm lenses, no one. There's only one that yes, it made a little sound and it had a little slower AF, the Panasonic 20mm f1.7, but that was the only lens. And that lens, the micro four thirds lens, was better than the 27mm f2.8 lens from Fujifilm. So f1.7, not f2.8, usable even with a micro four thirds sensor by night, and it wasn't squeaking like 27mm f2.8. And now the XF 23mm f2.8, it has the same technology as the 27mm f2.8. Is this acceptable? And paired with XE5 kit at that price, I'm just asking, is this acceptable? Is this progress? Is this an upgrade? Is this a system that you can invest, being confident that you are putting the money where you need to put the money, so you have a reliable system? Should I talk about the 40mm f2 Nikon ZF or other pancake lenses on the Sony system? The Viltrox Ultra Pancake lens, 28mm f2.8, it doesn't squeak like the Fujifilm lenses. So what is that? What is that squeaking on XF 20mm f2.8? How could you buy a lens like this? What does this tell me? I don't know what does this tell me. This tells me that Fujifilm, it keeps doing what Fujifilm it keeps doing for many years. So they are making a good step and also a parallel step from my point of view. So this is another reason how you are able to see to love and hate Fujifilm. Also, let's address the lens philosophy on Fujifilm. So we have the old lenses, and this is the 35mm f1.4. The only thing they've needed to do from my point of view, it is to make the glass resolve the 40 megapixel sensor, keep the size as small as possible and put the linear motors on this lens. So we will have a lens that it will be able to focus easy, fast and accurate and ideally weather resistant. But no, they've let this lens that yes, it's rendering amazing. Maybe you can't make a 35mm f1.4 Mark II as good and you've made 33mm f1.4. But here it is the problem with the new lenses. So okay, new lenses, big lenses, heavy lenses, expensive lenses. Expensive lenses. If you aren't a Fujifilm fanboy and if you aren't loving the Fujifilm colors like crazy, I don't see any reason why would you invest in these lenses and in this system. Logical reason. I'm not seeing a logical reason because I'll show you immediately. So you have this lens, the new WR lens. The aperture ring, it is very loosely. It is more loosely than the aperture ring that it's on 35mm f1.4. But this aperture ring isn't our reference point. No, look here. This is a nice aperture ring on 27mm f2.8. Nice clicks, exactly clicks and so on. But one of my favorite lenses with aperture rings are the Sigma lenses. Very nice metal build. So, look here. A full frame 90mm f2.8 lens. I'm so sorry that we don't have this lens on the Nikon Z system yet. But, very important, the Sigma lenses, from my point of view, this series, it must be the reference point. Another great lens from Fujifilm, yes, it is the 35mm f2 lens. Metal build, so like a Sigma but smaller and with silent AF. So you are able to see that we have a lens built like this, a small lens with a good aperture ring, a big lens, expensive lens with a loosely aperture ring, and a small Fujicron lens that I can't criticize regarding image quality, build quality and what this lens is doing. Weather resistant, weather sealed, fast AF, great rendering, it's resolving the 40 megapixel sensor. This is the only lens that I can't criticize at all this lens regarding build quality, ergonomics, and so on and so on. So you understand this. The only lens that I can't say that Fujifilm missed when it comes to build quality, image quality, ergonomics, aperturing, and so on. Where's the ceiling fast AF? I can't complain. Nothing to complain regarding this lens. This was my first Fujifilm lens. And of course, I had expectations that all the other lenses will be at least at this level. And this isn't an expensive lens, by the way. So, glitch in the Fujifilm system. Now, on the other hand, I also want to address the old lenses. Those old lenses that are squeaking. Okay, they are old. It was the first iteration. It was an idea. It was a start. Those old lenses are 35mm f1.4, 18mm f2, and 60mm f2.4. You are able to see that these lenses have similar glass. So the recipe in the glass, it is similar with these lenses. They are focusing similar, they have that squeaking, they have similar aperture rings, and everything it is similar. So everything it is consistent. But now this isn't the case. We are able to see that we don't have consistent releases when it comes to lenses. And I think this is a real big problem. We are looking at any other system. Sony system, Nikon system, Micro Four Thirds system, OM system, Lumix system, and so on and so on and so on. You are able to see that all these systems have consistent design when it comes to lenses, how they are operating, how they are focusing, how they are acting. But on Fujifilm, you really don't know what you'll get with the lenses, with the build quality, with the image quality, with the AF, and so on. Yes, the image quality in general, it is very good, and I'm really liking how these lenses are rendering, but how I've said regarding ergonomics, regarding build quality, regarding weight, regarding the aperturing, and all these details, you really don't know what you get with any lens that you'll buy. So you must really research the lens, and even if you research the lens, even if you are okay with the lenses, as I am, because you are able to see that I'm okay with these lenses, I've kept these lenses, I'm using these lenses. But use the 35mm f1.4, small, light, how I've said that I really like the rendering, and then change to 18mm f1.4. And let's not be too extreme, because you could say that I exaggerate. Okay, let's go with similar lenses that are close to each other regarding field of view and what they are doing. So we have the 27mm f2.8 and the 35mm f2. Big difference in operation. Again, big difference in operation. This is a lens that I rely on. This is a lens that I like how it's rendering. This is a great lens. But this again, it's doing the job, but it's squeaking, it's hunting. And now I'm thinking at that XF 23mm f2.8. So a new lens from Fujifilm that I would like to test it. But overall, what I will get in the end? What I will get in the end? A lens that will squeak at least as the 27mm f2.8, and I really don't find this acceptable for a pancake lens. I can excuse 35mm f1.4 for the squeaking, because this lens is rendering great images, so I excuse the 35mm f1.4 for this, and also I excuse the 60mm f2.4. But how can I excuse the latest lens that they've released when I'm looking at Micro Four Thirds lenses, when I'm looking at any other system? So now you are able to see why I hate and love Fujifilm. But there is one camera that I can't criticize at all from Fujifilm, where I think they've did it right. So nothing to complain regarding that camera. And I've made many reviews about that camera, and I encourage you to see them, because yes, this camera, it is the camera that I have nothing to complain when it comes to build quality, image quality, and AF. All I feel it's great and well packed. So if you're liking content like this, please subscribe now to my channel. Leave me your comments and be sure to watch my next videos. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.